The best ingredients. Kittipop episode 16. One sparkling spring morning, sunlight shimmers through the sky. Kittipop threw both of his arms high into the air. He had come up with an amazing new recipe. Just thinking about cooking something brand new for his friends made him so excited. Kittipop called all of his friends together. Friends, I'm going to make a truly delicious meal. But to make it, I need the very best ingredients. You'll help me find them, won't you? Of course, his friends answered cheerfully. So everyone set off to the special ingredients Kittipop had asked for. Juby headed to the sea to find light green seaweed. Lala and Lilo traveled to the village where the great bear lived to find a purple radish. Song set off for the yellow hill to find a golden eggplant. And Coco and Nico headed to the Rumble Bumble cave to collect emerald water. While his friends were searching for ingredients, Kittipop worked hard preparing for the best meal ever. He put his whole heart into it. Juby swam and swam in the search of the light green seaweed. He became so tired that he wanted to give up, but he didn't want to disappoint Kittipop. Ah! I found it! The light green seaweed! Juby was thrilled. Lala and Leo arrived at the village where the great bear lived. Luckily, the great bear was fast asleep. Oh, it's the purple radish! Lala and Lilo were so excited they almost shouted. But shh! If the great bear woke up, they would be in big trouble. Meanwhile, Song was climbing the yellow hill. It was so tall that he was almost out of strength. Do I really need to put a golden eggplant in the meal? Maybe I should just turn around, but then Kittipop will be disappointed. At last, Song reached the top, and there it was, the golden eggplant. Wow! Amazing! The golden eggplant is even more wonderful than I imagined. Song couldn't have been happier. Coco and Nico were walking through the Rumble Bumble cave. It was so dark that they could barely see anything. Nico, let's just go back. I'm really scared. Let's go a little farther. Kittipop said the emerald water is a very important ingredient. I really want to bring it back. Oh, look! There is the emerald water. Coco and Nico quickly filled their containers. And then, rumble, rumble, rumble! The cave began to shake. Run! Shouted Nico and Coco together. It had been a long, difficult, and frightening journey, but every friend returned safely with their ingredient and arrived at Kittipop's house. By then, everyone was so hungry they could barely stay awake. I think I'm just going home to eat cereal. I can't wait any longer. Me too. Me too. Me too. Maybe we should go see how much cooking Kittipop has finished? The friends peeked into the kitchen. Kittipop was running back and forth, cooking as fast as he could. Sweat dripped down his face. He looked exhausted, but he also looked happy. For my friends who worked so hard gathering ingredients, I'm going to make the most delicious meal ever. The friends were deeply touched when they saw how hard Kittipop was working. At 1 o'clock in the morning, Kittipop's meal was finally finished. The friends eagerly took a huge bite. And then, oh no! The meal tasted strangely bitter. The bitterness spread through the mouth and more, but they swallowed it anyway. Kittipop was watching them with hopeful eyes. Careful, he asked. Is it good? Well, it's a little... A little? It's delicious, said Lala quickly because she didn't want Kittipop to feel sad. Kittipop's cooking is always the best. The best. The very best. The friends were worried that Kittipop might taste the meal himself and be shocked by how bitter it was. So they quickly finished every last bite. When Kittipop saw his friends happily eating, he felt incredibly proud. "Thank you so much for enjoying it. I'm really happy." "No, thank you," said the friends. "Whenever you need the best ingredients, just tell us, okay?" Soon everyone went home. Kittipop decided to write down the ingredients he had used that day. After all, today's meal had been very special. Then suddenly he realized something. He had never tasted it himself. "Maybe I should try a little and see how delicious it is." Kittipop scooped up the tiny bit that was left and took a bite. "Blah! It's bitter, so bitter." My friends ate all of this just because they didn't want me to feel disappointed. Well, my precious friends, my beloved friends. Kittipop picked up his notebook and wrote down the best ingredients once more. The best ingredient was the loving hearts of my friends. My friends really are the best. The next day, all of the friends gathered in the fort to exercise together. "Guys, I feel full of energy. Me too, me too." Kittipop's meal was a little bit bitter, but it must have been incredibly healthy. Kittipop really is the best.